Welcome back to Maths with Mrs. J. I thought it was time for us to do another challenge, and I found this really cool algebraic challenge online. The challenge is this: you're given the information that x plus square root 1 plus x squared times y plus square root 1 plus y squared equals 1. Given that information, you're asked to find what x plus y all squared is. There are various ways you can tackle this. I will show you how I tackled it and it worked out quite neatly. So what I did to start with was I divided both sides by the y plus square root 1 plus y squared. So I said x plus square root 1 plus x squared is just going to be 1 over y plus square root 1 plus y squared. Then I had a look at that and I thought, maybe if I multiply by the conjugate over the conjugate, that might give us a very neat expression that we can then move on with. Remember, this is a common technique when you are rationalising denominators with surds. We also multiply by conjugate complex numbers, that sort of thing. So bear in mind, this is using your difference of two squares fact. So what's going to happen is we're going to end up with x plus square root 1 plus x squared. In the numerator, you get y minus square root 1 plus y squared. In the denominator, you get y squared minus 1 plus y squared. That's because of your difference of two squares rule. What you're going to end up with in the denominator is -1. So you can rewrite the numerator in the different order to take that into account. So that was my first sort of crucial step. Then I thought, okay, if we can get all our square roots on one side, maybe we could square both sides and go from there. So I added y to both sides to bring my x and y over here, and then I subtracted the square root of 1 plus x squared from both sides to bring that over here. Then I decided to square both sides. Be careful when you're squaring both sides. You will get a middle term. If you have a plus b all squared, you get a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. If you have a minus b all squared, you get a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Please do not forget that middle term. All right, squaring both sides. So the left-hand side, I'm going to get x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. The right-hand side, square root 1 plus y squared squared is just 1 plus y squared. We're going to get minus 2 times the square root of the product of those. And then plus, we'll square root 1 plus x squared and then square it again. You just get 1 plus x squared. Now look what happens. Let's change colours. So the x squareds go, the y squareds go. We've got 2 as our constant on our right-hand side. We could actually divide the whole lot through by 2. And I'm going to actually bring this over this side and bring my square root over that side. You'll see why in a minute. So I'm going to bring this over here. So square root of 1 plus y squared, 1 plus x squared equals, what have we got? Well, we had 2, but we've actually got 1 because we've divided by 2. Minus your xy. All right, so I did a couple of steps in the one line there. I divided everything by 2. I moved the xy over here by subtracting, and I moved this square root over here by adding it to both sides. Now what you can do is square both sides again. So when you square both sides again, what you're going to get on the left-hand side is, of course, this expression that's under the square root sign. So let's actually expand that out. So when you expand that, you'll get 1 plus x squared plus y squared plus x squared y squared. And when we square the right-hand side, I'm going to get 1 minus 2xy plus x squared y squared. Let's see how that sort of simplifies down. Well, we've got the 1, we've got the x squared y squared. If I now bring this negative 2xy over to the left-hand side, Look what I end up with. What is that? That is the perfect square, x plus y all squared, and we know that that equals 0. So I thought that was a kind of neat little problem to do. Quite often, just going through a couple of the techniques there, very, very common to multiply by conjugate over conjugate. Also very common, if you've got any square roots, get them on the one side, square both sides. You'll still end up with a square root term, but then bring everything else over and square again, and hopefully that will help you. Just a few little tips there.